welcome back to my channel. So we are kicking off 2023 with some new releases in the Ariana Grande fragrance range. I have both her new mod fragrances here, so I'm going to be letting you know what they smell like, give you my reviews and first impressions and what they actually remind me of as well. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We're all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this. I have articles on my website as well going through entire perfume ranges. I do have an article on all the Ariana Grande fragrances, so do check it out if you haven't been on my website before. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure that you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And as always, I will put the links in the description box to where you can get these perfumes all around the world, where they're available. They're obviously just brand new right now. Cool. So I was recently reading that the Ariana Grande fragrance brand is worth over $1 billion. So it's such a successful fragrance range. The Cloud fragrance, which looks like this, I'm pretty sure is the best seller at Christmas time. All the gift sets for Cloud like sold out really early, and most of the sizes for Cloud were disappearing off people's websites as well. So definitely still very popular, and every new launch is eagerly awaited by her fans, of course. These two fragrances, and it's the first time that we've had two released at the same time. They come in the sort of typical large box packaging, which all her fragrances come in, and they're called Mod, and we have a bit of a 60s theme. Ariana's sort of got her hair lower with this headscarf. She's known for her big high ponytail, so nice to see her with a different style, though of course she's also known for only being happy with pictures of her left side. So as always, she's facing to the left. So we have a pink one and a white one. Mod Blush is pink and Mod Vanilla is white. They're both Eau de Parfums, and I think you can get them as a set together or separately, as I did. The Ariana Grande bottles have all been this similar kind of design in that they are separated like Cloud from their base, so you can just take this like if you're traveling and stuff, which I think is quite a good idea. This is a very basic bottle, very easily, cheaply manufactured, but then putting it into this base creates this whole new vibe, and I just think it's so clever. So I was surprised when the new Mod ones were a totally different design. They are an interesting shape. To me, they feel a bit sort of space age, spacey. They're like little space eggs. I can't imagine a fragrance coming out in the 60s that look like this, but they kind of have that nod to the 60s, that sort of Austin Powers, 70s, actually maybe it is 70s vibe she's going for, I'm not quite sure, but it's that whole sort of hippie bubble shapes that we saw around then, I don't know. And they're quite a nice matte feeling to them, but they're quite awkward at first. I didn't really understand how to like get the lid off. I was pulling up and nothing was happening. See, now I can't even do it again. I literally just pulled my nail off. Okay, now I've got a bleeding nail from opening that. So I told you it was difficult, literally bleeding. Yeah, so they're not the easiest to open. They're also not the easiest to spray. I guess you sort of hold them like this. I just find the bottles a bit overly, I don't know, engineered, unnecessary. I think she could have just done this bottle again, but use, I don't know, that kind of base instead. Anyway, so the two scents are totally different. Oh, my finger. So the white one for me really reminds me of Cloud. It also reminds me of God is a Woman, one of her more recent releases. I have been wearing it for a few hours now, and it definitely gives me Cloud vibes. It has okay lasting power, but I wouldn't say it's as strong as Cloud, which has amazing projection and lasting power. So it's kind of like a lighter, musky, kind of whipped creamy Cloud. It's not overly sweet. It's definitely a little bit more subtle. but it is definitely stronger than the pink one blush. Personally, I kind of feel like this white one, Mod Vanilla, it wasn't really necessary. The same coconut vanilla scent you can get from Cloud. We've got Cloud Intense. I find God is a Woman has that same like ombre musk vibe. So I'm not sure how necessary this is, but perhaps if you wear Cloud, you're looking for something a little bit more subtle for maybe the office or something, this would work, or just for a change. But I think this is perhaps a little bit unnecessary. So the blush one, I do find to be different to her previous fragrances. So when they started releasing perfumes for Ariana Grande, the Sweet Like Candy, Moonlight, they were all quite sweet and like vanilla-y or sugary candy store type vibes, which is what you typically get a lot from celebrity fragrances. And then she moved into this Cloud era where things were more ombre, deeper, musky coconut. This new one, Blush, Mod Blush, is different to both of those. So this is a light, fruity fragrance. It's definitely, in my view, the freshest of all her perfumes. And considering Ariana Grande has a big fan base of like younger girls, and I imagine they're all wanting, you know, for their birthday, an Ariana Grande fragrance. If I was to get something for maybe, I don't know, like a 10-year-old or something, I would say this one is the most appropriate, because some of the other ones, like the more coconutty vanilla ones, are a bit sexy and grown up. Whereas this one I think is very innocent and it's very fruity. So when I first sprayed it, I got a passion fruit note, which reminded me a lot of Victoria's Secret Bombshell, which is all about passion fruit. So definitely one for passion fruit fans. As it developed, there's also raspberry in there with the fruitiness. You've got a little bit of a floral heart, pink pepper, pear. You guys know I love pear. I've been smelling it and I kept thinking, what does that remind me of? And I've realized what it is. It really actually reminds me of Escada Candy Love. They smell almost identical to me. Now, interestingly, this says it's an eau de parfum. This is an eau de toilette. I personally have found that this one is not performing like an eau de parfum. It's much lighter when I compare it to Mod Vanilla, and I think that's simply because of the ingredients. Like, these light fruity scents aren't gonna last as long as deeper notes like a vanilla and a coconut. So this definitely for me is performing like an eau de toilette. I think you could definitely layer them. That would give it more lasting power and it would create a fruity vanilla coconut, which again is something that she hasn't really released. So overall, my impression is that I do think the vanilla one is unnecessary. I think this pink one is a good addition to her range. They are vegan and cruelty-free, like all her fragrances, which is obviously very important, just like my perfume is. They are quite pricey though. So these are 100 mils and they retail for $68 US. Which is a lot considering the lasting power of this isn't great. So I have to say, I'm not sure if they're Soki approved. I think you're better off getting Cloud if you want this type of smell. And then this scent, you know, the Escada Candy Love is way cheaper than Blush. Mod Blush, but I'm sure they will sell well because everyone loves Ariana Grande at the moment. It's definitely the most successful celebrity perfume range in the world at the moment, and I think that we can expect more releases later this year because, you know, obviously it won't last forever. She won't be cool forever. So I'm kind of like on the fence. I don't hate them. I think, yeah, they're expensive, I guess, for what they are. But let me know, guys, have you tried them yet? What do you think? Do you find the vanilla one quite similar to Cloud like I do? What do you think of the blush one as well? Let me know in the comments. I do read all your comments. And like I said, I do have an article explaining the difference between all the Ariana Grande perfumes over on my website. So I'll leave that link down below, along with where you can get these. But that's it, guys. So thank you for watching. Do give the video a thumbs up and check to see if you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.